Hey everybody, this is Ray Halstead and Andrew McMillan with REH CPA. Today, we're in the middle of summer and want to bring up something that a lot of parents may not be aware of, but you may be able to get a tax credit for some of the summer camps that you're sending your kids to. I've got Andrew McMillan here with me today. Andrew, what can you tell us about taking some tax credits for summer camps?
Yeah, so the summer camp, it has to, there's some qualifications. So if it's a camp where your child stays overnight, that wouldn't qualify. It also can't be a summer camp for tutoring or any education like that. It's got to be a true like day camp, summer camp, something where you drop your kids off for the morning or for most of the day, then pick them up in the afternoon. That's really what we're looking at here.
And to clarify, we're talking about the dependent care credit.
Correct. So this is what these types of camps and payments are going to qualify for the dependent care credit. So first, it's got to be, it's got to fit into that box. It's got to be a day camp, a summer camp. But then also to be able to take the credit, it's really geared towards working families, parents that both work. So that's really what the credit's there for. So if both parents have to have an earned income, be earning a wage. But I mean, there are some exceptions. So if you're a parent who's out of work right now and looking for a job and you have to pay for your kid to go do some daycare or a day camp, you can qualify for the credit if you're looking for work. So there are some exceptions, but generally it's for a child that for parents that both work. The child has to be less than 13 years old, and the person who was providing the dependent care cannot be like your older sibling, your other kid or your parent or something like that. It has to be like it can't be someone related to you really. So be mindful of that as well. But it's a really good credit. It's sometimes often overlooked. You kind of forget about that soccer camp that you paid for your kid to go to for a week when it comes time to do your taxes. But it's a 35% credit up to $3,000 of expenses for one child. So if you have $3,000 of expenses for one child, it's a 30% credit on that. Yeah. If you have more than one child, it's a credit up to $6,000 of expenses. So the credit's 35% of $6,000. So, but you can use $6,000 of expenses.
Gotcha. And it's not you're not limited to $3,000 per. It's like if you have two, the max is $6,000. So if you have one kid that has $5,000, the other one only has $500. Well, then you get to utilize the full $5,500.
You do, yep.
Gotcha.
So that's a kind of a it's a bit of a quirk that not everybody kind of thinks about. So. Really, the biggest takeaway from this video is just be mindful of any types of
that qualifies because usually people think of daycare. Mm-hmm. That's usually what they think of whenever they can take the dependent care credit. They don't think about these little summer day camps and things like that qualify. Mm-hmm. Really good information, Andrew. If you have children and you have questions about the dependent care credit, feel free to give us a call and we'll help you out.